Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going on a cruise on the river Drina. We traveled overnight and we got to Lake Perućac, which is in western Serbia, at around 9 o'clock in the morning. Before boarding the boat, we went through the border control because we were about to leave Serbia and cross the border into Bosnia. The boat was really comfortable. There is a bar so you can order something to drink, and there are even some board games that you can play. This cruise was 52 kilometers long, which is about 3 or 3.5 hours. We were cruising from Lake Perućac to Višegrad, which is a town in Bosnia and Herzegovina. During this cruise, we learned a lot about the river Drina, about the flora and fauna of the area, the canyon of the river Drina, and the mountains surrounding the river. It was cold and very windy, but I just couldn't stay in that lower deck that was closed. I wanted to be outside and admire the beautiful nature. Despite the cold, I wanted to see every motif that the nature had shaped in the rocks, every bird or duck that happened to be near our ship, and every mountain peak covered with forests. The most attractive part of this cruise is definitely the canyon of the river Drina. The canyon of the river Drina is the third deepest canyon in the world. This canyon was created by the river Drina by cutting into the slopes of Mountain Zvijezda and Mountain Sušica. And in some parts the canyon is about 1,000 meters deep. I really enjoyed looking at these steep cliffs, and I'm not exactly sure why I like rocks so much, but for me, this beauty is indescribable. The length of this canyon is about 38 kilometers. After about 3.5 hours of cruising, we arrived to Višegrad. Because now we entered the territory of Bosnia, we went through the second border control. From the dock, we stepped straight into Andrićgrad. Andrićgrad is a part of Višegrad, and it was constructed based on the idea of a famous film director, Emir Kusturica. And this town was named after a novelist and a Nobel Prize winner, Ivo Andrić. In this part you can see some interesting buildings, and let's start with this church. This is the church of Saint Emperor Lazar and Kosovar martyrs. It is very strange to translate the name of the church like this. This church is based, well, it's actually kind of like a copy of the monastery that is called Dečani. One more thing that is important to mention is that Andrićgrad is located at the confluence of the river Drina and the river Rzav. As you're walking to the center of the town, you will also see monuments to Ivo Andrić, Meša Selimović and Nikola Tesla. You will also walk by the theater and the cinema. You will see some gift shops and restaurants along the street. At the end of that street, you will also see a monument to brothers Mehmed Paša Sokolović and Makarije. Mehmed Paša Sokolović was a Grand Vizier in the Ottoman Empire, and his brother was a Serbian patriarch. After Andrićgrad, I am going to see the main attraction of the town, which is the bridge of Mehmed Paša Sokolović. This bridge was the inspiration for the book The Bridge on the Drina, which is written by the novelist I mentioned before, Ivo Andrić. For this book, Ivo Andrić won the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1961. The construction of this bridge started in 1571 and it was completed in 1577. The middle of the bridge is called the gate. On the right side there is kind of like a bench where you can sit, and on the left side there is a marble slab with Turkish inscriptions. And that part is actually later expanded. This bridge has 11 arches. It is about 179.5 meters long and about 6 meters wide. The bridge looks really fascinating, and the stone that it is made of gives it a special charm. After admiring the bridge for a while, I went back to Andrićgrad. I still had some time, so I went to a confectionery and got myself a tufahija. Tufahija is a dessert that is very popular in Bosnia and Herzegovina. It is a dessert where you boil apples. First you take out the seeds and the middle of the apple, you boil them, and later you add the filling inside the apple, and the filling is made of walnuts. Now it is time to go back to the lake Perućac. I have firmly decided to spend the entire time on the upper deck because I wanted to enjoy these beautiful views as long as possible. When I got really cold, I went to get myself a tea and went straight back up to look at this beautiful landscape. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video and see you next time. Bye!